Black graduates who graduated from PWI. What toll did that take on your mental health, and what advice do you have for us currently going through that process?
I've told numerous stories on here about my experience growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood and going to predominantly white schools my entire life. And you would think that that knowledge would have prepared me, to go to college and be around more of the same. Long story short, it didn't. Now, I went to Southern Illinois University. I got my degree in communication disorders and sciences, or speech and language pathology as it's known in other places. And the only reason I chose to go to Southern Illinois University was because I had had an incident with a private school, a private college in northern Chicagoland who, when I called, to accept the scholarship, the girl who was on the line at the front desk was like, "Oh, you're one of those students." And that obviously didn't make me feel that great. So I went ahead and I accepted it because at that time that was where the most money was. And literally 2 or 3 days later, I got a call from a Black woman, one of the academic advisors at Southern Illinois University, saying, "Hey, we do have one more space in our program. Someone dropped out. Are you interested?" And, there was money, there were grants. And I was like, "Okay, well, tell me about the diversity," because at this other school that I was entertaining going to, I didn't see myself present at all. She quells my anxieties and she says, there are a lot of students from, St. Louis and Chicago, and I already knew what she was getting at. And so I was excited, and that's why I decided to go, on top of the fact that they were offering way more money. But anyway, now I thought that my first day of class was going to be really exciting because it was going to be incredibly diverse because I was looking at the campus, and the campus was diverse. But I get to class, and it's worse than anything that I've already experienced. I get to class, and it is only me and 2 other students in a class of like 75. And then the remainder of my day was more of the same, where there were no more than 4 of us in a classroom of probably 50 students. Every single day became a battle, every single day. From people who were dismissing your credibility, your reliability when it came to projects, microaggressions questioning how smart you actually are and how you got in. And we can't forget the cultural insensitive and culturally inaccurate depictions of marginalized groups in classes where we were supposed to be talking about diversity and inclusion in education. Going into college, I already had the intent that I was going to find my group of Black friends. I'd never had that before. I went in knowing that was going to be important. But it wasn't until my first day of school when I realized how actually important that was. And so I joined everything, literally everything. I was a part of the National Society of Black Engineers. I joined the Black Gospel Choir on campus. I was a part of the National Society for Speech and Language Pathologists, right? I really hate doing this, but there's going to have to be a part 2. I'll upload it right away.